All right. Can you hear me out there? Can you hear me? I can't hear you. Okay. My name is Lamar Yoder, and I go by stage name Juggler Yoder, and I'm from Goshen, Indiana. I'm in my 3rd year of performing, and I have a story for you. Once upon a time, I was dared to juggle these. Does everybody know what these are?
Machete.
What are they? Machete? Very good. And juggle them I did, and go to the hospital I did. Because I thought to myself, how hard could it be if I have, wrong prop. If I have these. I had already been practicing with these, so I decided what could be so hard about juggling machetes. So I started juggling them, and after I started juggling them, and all the guys that were watching were so impressed, and everything was under control, right? Everything was under control. I said the famous last words. Do you know what the famous last words are? Anybody? Famous last words. Shout them out. What? Last words? No. Thank you? Oh, no. These are the words spoken right before something really stupid happens. Exactly. He's got it. I said, hey, watch this. Famous last words. And I did one of these with machetes. Now, before you throw me into stupid pit, I threw the machete behind my back, and I caught it okay over here, but this hand decided to throw it wrong to this hand, and this hand got cut right about here. So I was just going to put a Band-Aid on it and just start working. Well, my boss was like, no, I want you to go to the hospital. So I had to go to the emergency room and explain the answer to that question that still haunts me in my nightmares every night. What's the question? What were you thinking? It's close. What? Huh? What was I thinking? No. She said, so, what happened? And I knew I was going to have to answer that question. And I didn't want to answer that question. So I came up with kind of another truth. I said I cut my hand on a machete. Then she said, well, what happened that you cut your hand on a machete? I was like, oh, crap. Now I'm caught. So I proceeded to tell her that I was juggling machetes. And I tried to do that. I cut my hand. And now, are there any nurses in the crowd? Nurses? Anybody in the nursing industry? No? No nurses. Anybody? No nurses. Well, if you've ever met a nurse, they're the most unsocial people you'll ever meet. Because, at least maybe in that hospital. That hospital, I had a nurse every 5 minutes come up to me with a clipboard, a clean piece of paper, and a pen, and ask me, "So, what happened?" And you'd think that they'd talk to each other. Like, you'd tell the first one, and they'd go to tell their friend, and that person kind of passes it on to the person that needs to know. But they didn't. They kept coming. And I had to explain the answer to that question about 4 times. And they don't talk to the doctor either. I get back to where the doctor's going to sew me up, and he didn't look at his clipboard, and he's like, "So what happened?" So I had to tell him, and I got a kind of a different reaction from each person. So I was kind of embarrassed that day. So don't juggle machetes unless you know what you're doing. But I'm going to do 4 for you just for the fun of it. There we go. All right. Now I need a volunteer.